All right. How's it going, everybody? It's Jay Chase. Like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, dive, duck, dick, dive, dodge. Couple things I want to talk about today. One topic. I want to know what you think about, I know you've been seeing it on social media. It's a post about having the ability to finish a haunted attraction and getting 20 grand for doing so. The guy's name is Russ Mckamey and his old lady Carol Schultz. They own Mckamey's Manor. Mckamey's Manor. Mckamey's Manor. All right, and what this is it's a haunted attraction, and it's been around for a while, since the mid-90s or so. I've heard it's been in a few different states, but as of 2019, from what I understand, it is in Tennessee, someplace in Tennessee. So a couple of things I want to talk about. I've checked out as many of the videos as I possibly could. I probably looked at maybe 15 hours of videos, and a couple of things stuck out to me. So this is what we're going to talk about today. It's called Mckamey Manor. Mckamey Manor, and please tell me what you think about the place. I'll throw some links down in the comment section if you want. You can go right into YouTube. There's 9 acts that you can look, and some of the videos are 3 hours long, some of them are 2 hours long. I just watched one that was 56 minutes. So let's talk a little bit about Mckamey Manor, shall we? I'm a very big Halloween junkie. I love anything scary, and if there was a way that I could get something to scare me so much that I would pee my pants, that would be the ultimate scare. That would be something that I would pay for, but there are conditions to that. I'm afraid of heights. Don't bring me 300 feet in the air. Okay, fine, you win. All right, I'm scared. Don't dump a bunch of spiders on my head. I'm afraid of spiders. All right, fine, you win. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Halloween, man. I want to see some scary stuff. Horror, blood, guts, gore, horror stuff. So, I started to look into it. I started to tell people that if anybody was going, I live in Michigan, please, let's go. We'll drive there. I want to go too. And I got a couple of disturbing messages, so I had to look into it myself. First thing I found, the disclaimer. Other than having to pass a drug test and a sports physical, you have to have kind of like a mental evaluation with the guy. You actually get to sit down with him. The legal process takes about 3 to 4 hours to do. It's about 50 pages long, and it is a full non-disclosure contract. That means that after you're done and after you sign it, you can't talk about what happened in the place. So, from what I heard, he's got about 10,000 people that are waiting to get into this place. I don't know if that's true. So there's a non-disclosure agreement. Inside the agreement, he sits down with you. You read it word for word right in front of him, and it basically says, this is what is coming to you. I don't know if these people paid. I'm not really sure. It's something that I would want to do. I don't know if I want to do it. I want to be scared, man. I want to be scared, but I'm not sure if this is how I want to do it. Let me go on. We'll talk about that later. So, you signed the disclosure. Everything is recorded from start to finish, all the video. You do not get to view it afterwards. No, I think you might get to view it, but you do not get to keep it. Russ basically says that he does not distribute the video. That is strictly for him and Mckamey Manor. So, yeah, no one gets any of that. It also says that there's going to be some physical violence. You will get bumps, bruises, cuts, scrapes, and possibly broken bones. He says that he's never had anybody get broken bones, but there's a potential for it to happen. He also says that he's a liar and don't believe anything that he says. We'll get to that a little bit later also. So it's nothing religious happens there. You don't get hung on a cross or anything like that. Nothing religious. And nothing sexual or anything like that. But anything goes is basically what it is. I heard that there's a room. It's called the barber room, and there's a possibility that they could shave off an eyebrow or shave a bunch of hair off your head. I watched a video where this girl had really long hair. She lost a chunk of it, and they gave it to her as a souvenir on the way out after she quit. It seemed brutal. It seemed a little torturous to me. I did see some water getting dumped on the face. I did see some burying, duct tape on the mouth. I can't breathe through my nose very well, so duct tape on the mouth, that would freak me out. It would only take me a minute to, you know what I mean? If you can't breathe, you can't breathe. Being scared is one thing, but suffocating me is not what I feel being scared. So, yeah, 3 to 4 hours. Once you get through the disclosure agreement and he believes that you can go into his attraction. From what I understand, there's a whole bunch of different rooms. And I guess the main room is called the chamber. I would imagine that would be because it's a torture chamber. Nobody has ever gotten to the torture chamber. Of all the videos that I watched, the longest I saw somebody in his attraction was about 15 minutes. And the average was about 8 minutes. So nobody really got all that far. The disclaimer also talks about you could get shocked because they have an electrocution room. Yeah. So there's multiple rooms, and I think what it is that each room has a way to get out of it, and you have to figure out how to get out. The videos that I saw, it was the same thing in each of his different rooms or different locations. It was all the same thing. It was somebody quitting because they were too scared, they were too afraid. They have to have a safe word, going back to the disclosure agreement. They have to have a safe word. The game does not stop until you say the safe word. Now, from what I understand, it might be you have to say your name and then say, my name is Jay Chase. I got my ass kicked. I got my lunch money taken, and I quit the Mckamey Manor, something to that effect. You have to say it's a phrase. So, also going back to the disclaimer, if you freak out, if you have panic attacks, if you have anything at all that happens to you, that does not stop the game. You have to say that full disclosure statement in order for him to stop, or in order for everyone to stop. So each room has one way out. You figure it out. You move on to the next room. I guess from what I understand, it was pretty intense. I definitely saw a little bit of abuse there. I saw some pushing, some shoving, some hair pulling, tossing around, throwing down to the floor. I mean, this is no joke. You listen to the way that Russ talks, and he got a little bit of a sadist thing to him, if that's the right word that I'm trying to use. It seems like that he kind of likes to administer punishment. And I actually wonder what he does, if he really, really likes the footage of these people being scared that much. You know what I mean? So, let's say that you're in the middle of this game and you give up. Well, they have a holding place for you at certain points throughout the event. And this one place that I saw, it was a freezer, a deep freezer. It wasn't plugged in, but the bottom of it was full of water. They put a bag on this lady's head and they made her get in, and it was full of water. And you sit in there until everybody's finished with the game. That way you can't give it away. I don't know. It's very disturbing. I saw some pretty disturbing stuff. So what do you think? I mean, would you let somebody do these things to you? I mean, I saw somebody getting buried. I did for a couple of times. I saw somebody getting dragged behind a car. It was on grass, and they were holding on to a chain. So it's not like that they were strapped behind a car. This was definitely them, holding on. But there's a few things that I want to know about. So you tell me, is it something that you would want somebody to do for a good scare? It's called Mckamey Manor. Mckamey Manor. The guy's name is Russ Mckamey, and his girl is Carol Schultz. Never really saw her. The only time I really heard about her is when they were escorting somebody out of the game because they quit or for medical reasons or whatever. Anything goes in this place, man. I need to know more. I need to know. Have you gone? Have you been to this attraction? Because I like haunted attractions, man. I really, really do. And I really wish that somebody would share their experience with me. At the same time, if you ever seen Dark Tourist on Netflix, from what I understand, Dark Tourist on Netflix has part of one of their episodes about this place. So, all right. So, oh yeah, the money part. So he tells people that if you're going in for the money, forget it. He said no, the average person basically makes it 8 minutes. You're not going to make it if I think it's 10 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, the whole thing. He said you're not going to make it. He said he will absolutely guarantee whatever he's got to do to make sure that you don't get that money. So this is the deal. You go and if he chooses you, you go and you hang out with him for 3 or 4 hours. You fill out the all the legal mumbo jumbo. You get to meet him. You eat with him. You drink with him. No alcohol. He is definitely anti-alcohol, anti-drugs. He gives you a drug test right there on the spot. So from what I understand, he seems to be a really, really nice guy. But he says once the sun goes down, he is not your friend. And that's when the shit hits the fan. And please, if somebody is going there, I think I might want to go. And if somebody has been there, I want to know about it. I want to know. We're talking about Mckamey Manor. First time I said it all video. I'm not going to say it's a new Halloween attraction. It's been around since the 90s. They have some videos up. I saw 2000s. I saw one in 2014. I saw another one in 2016. So it's been around for a long time. Russ Mckamey and Carol Schultz, they own Mckamey Manor. Right now it's in Tennessee. And that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. If you want to talk about anything else, please leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, share, dive, duck, dip, dive, dodge. And let me know, man. I want to know all about it. If you have a haunted attraction that you think is scarier than Mckamey Manor, let me know that too. I want to know if it's Halloween, if it's scary, I want to know about. So that's it. It's coming up on Halloween 2019. Jay Chase, thanks a lot for watching. Thank you.